In this video, I have discussed some work energy and power problems from previous question papers of IIT JEE. This is the first question. A spherical ball of mass m is kept at the highest point in the space between two concentric spheres A and B, as shown in the figure. The smallest sphere A has radius R and the space between the two spheres has width d. The ball has diameter very slightly less than d. All surfaces are frictionless. Then the ball is given a gentle push towards the right in the figure. The angle made by the radius vector of the ball with the upward vertical is denoted by theta. Express the total normal reaction force exerted by the spheres on the ball as a function of angle theta. Let NA and NB denote the magnitudes of normal reaction forces on the ball exerted by spheres A and B respectively. Sketch the variations of NA and NB as function of cos theta in the range theta 0 to pi. By drawing two separate graphs in your answer book, taking cos theta on the horizontal axis. You can pause the video and attempt this question. So when this small sphere is at the top, it will be in contact with the inner sphere, and as it moves towards right, at some stage it will lose contact with the inner sphere and will touch the outer sphere, and it will move by touching the outer sphere. So let us draw the free body diagram of the sphere when it touches the inner sphere A and when it touches the outer sphere B for a large angle of theta. So the forces acting on the sphere are its weights mg and the normal reaction Na, which is outward. Only two forces acting on the sphere, and when it touches the inner sphere, the weight is in the same direction, but the normal direction will be inward now. So writing the force equation, we get along the radial direction mg cos theta will be equal to minus Na will be equal to mv square by r. Since moving from rest, it keeps acquiring velocity, and because of the velocity there will be a centrifugal force outside. So similarly for the sphere, when it touches the sphere B, the forces radial inward will be normal reaction plus mg cos theta, that will be equal to the centrifugal force mv square by r. We can also write another equation which relates the velocity as a function of theta. So when the sphere is the topmost point and when it is making angle theta, we can compare the energies. So when it's moving from the topmost point to some point making angle theta, there is a decrease in height, so there is a fall in gravitational potential energy, and there is an increase in the kinetic energy because the velocity here is 0 and its velocity keeps on increasing. So the increase in the kinetic energy half mv square will be equal to the drop in the gravitational potential energy, that is mg into the height, and the drop in height is this distance, which is this distance r radius minus this distance, that will be r cos theta. So the drop in height will be r into 1 minus cos theta. So from this energy equation, we can get mv square and use it in this equation. So Na is taken on the other side, and for mv square we get from the energy equation, and we get this equation mg cos theta minus 2 mg into 1 minus cos theta equal to the normal direction of the sphere A. So this can be simplified as mg into 3 cos theta minus 2. So similarly here NB is on the left side and mg cos theta will become minus mg cos theta on the right side, and mv square we can get from here. So simplifying, we get normal reaction of the sphere B as mg into 2 minus 3 cos theta. So the normal reaction on the sphere A, initially cos theta is 0, so cos theta is 1, so the normal reaction will be maximum, and as theta increases the cos theta will decrease, and at some stage this normal reaction on the sphere A will become 0 after it will lose contact with the sphere A. So the place where it loses contact with the sphere A is when cos theta is 2 by 3. So the normal reaction is greater than 0 when cos theta is greater than 2/3, that is when theta is less than cos inverse 2/3. So the normal reaction will be 0 for cos theta less than 2/3, and between 2/3 and 1 it will be a straight line relation. And For cos theta equal to 1, the value is mg. Similarly here, normal reaction on the sphere B will be 0 when cos theta is 2/3. After that it will keep increasing. As theta increases, cos theta will drop down and this normal reaction will increase. So this normal reaction n will be 0 for cos theta between 1 and 2/3, and after that there will be straight line relation between nb and cos theta. And when cos theta is 0, the normal reaction is 2 mg, and when cos theta is -1, that is when theta equal to pi, the normal reaction will be 5 mg. So this is the variation of normal reactions Na and Nb on both the spheres. Let's move to the next question. A right inextensible string that goes over smooth fixed pulley as shown in the figure connects two blocks of masses 0.36 kg and 0.72 kg. Taking g equal to 10, find the work done in joules by the string on the block of mass 0.36 kg during first second after the system is released from rest. So initially the system is at rest and it's released. So the heavier mass 0.72 kg will go down and 0.36 kg will go up. So drawing the free body diagram of 0.36 kg and 0.72 kg, the force is acting on the tension and the weight, and the 0.63 kg is moving up with an acceleration a, and 0.72 kg is moving down with an acceleration a. So writing the force equation, we get T minus 0.36 g is the net upward force, that will be equal to mass into acceleration. And similarly for this one, the net downward force is 0.72 g minus the tension will be equal to mass into acceleration. So if you add these two, the tension will cancel and we get the acceleration as g by 3. And in 1 second, this 0.36 kg will move up by a distance given by ut plus half at square. U is 0, so just half at square, and a has been found as g by 3. So using that, we get the displacement as g by 6. So the gain in gravitational potential energy of this smaller mass is mg into g by 6. And the velocity which it attains at the end of 1 second is v equal to u plus at, and u is 0, so it's just at, and a is g by 3 and t is 1 second. So from this we get the gain in kinetic energy as half m v square, that is g by 3 square. So the work done by the string on this small mass 0.36 kg is increase in gravitational potential energy plus the increase in kinetic energy. So we have to add these two. Mg square is common, so 1/6 and then 1 by 18. Mass is 0.36 kg, g square is 100, and this is 4 by 18. So if you simplify this, we get the answer as 8 joules. So this is the answer to the question. This is the next question. A block of mass 0.18 kg is attached to a spring of force constant 2 Newton per meter. The coefficient of friction between the block and floor is 0.1. Initially the block is at rest and the spring is unstretched. An impulse is given to the block as shown in the figure. The block slides a distance of 0.06 meters and comes to rest for the first time. The initial velocity of the block in meters per second is v, which is equal to n by 10. Then n is. So here the solution. We can write the energy equation. The initial energy equal to the final energy plus work done by the system. So after the impulse has been given, this block will have an initial velocity v. So the initial is the initial kinetic energy half mv square, and with that velocity will go and hit the spring and will compress the spring until compression is maximum, where the velocity of the block will become 0. So in that case, the energy of the system, which is the mass in the spring, the kinetic energy is 0, but the energy has got stored in the spring as a potential energy, and that value is half kx square. And there is some work done by the block while moving the distance x done against the friction. So there is friction force into the distance, and the distance is same as the compression of the spring x, and the friction force is mu mg. So here k is 2, so half k is 1, x square is 0.06, so this is x square, and mu is 0.1, m is 0.18 g, and then x is 0.06. So all the values are known on the right side. So if you simplify, we get v square as 0.16. From this we get the velocity as 0.4, and this is n by 10. So from this n equal to 4. So the answer is 4.